Yesterday, in the final Group 1 match of the 2026 World Cup between Norway and France, the reigning World Cup runners-up convincingly defeated Norway 4-1. With striker Ousmane Dembele shining with a hat-trick, entering this highly anticipated match, Norway's coach Solbakken surprised everyone by making 10 changes to the starting lineup compared to their 3-2 victory over Senegal. Norway's intention was clear. They wanted to rest their key players for the knockout round, notably Haaland and Odegaard. On the French side, the reigning World Cup runners-up fielded a strong team aiming for all 3 points. Just 23 seconds into the game, Norway's goal was threatened when Mbappe's powerful shot hit the crossbar. And in the 7th minute, the deadlock was quickly broken when Dembele scored for France with a decisive right-footed finish. France then continued their relentless attack, putting Norway under immense pressure. And in the 20th minute, Dembele scored his second goal with a powerful left-footed curling shot. Norway immediately responded with a consolation goal from Asgard in the 21st minute. However, in the 32nd minute, Dembele completed his brilliant performance with a spectacular hat-trick. Early in the second half, Norway had a chance to reduce the deficit with a penalty. Unfortunately, striker Strand Larsen failed to beat goalkeeper Maignan. In the remaining time, both Norway and France had further opportunities, but only France capitalized, with Doué scoring the winning goal in the 4th minute of added time. Ultimately, France defeated Norway B 4-1 to finish Group 1 at the top with a perfect 9 points. It is currently unclear who France's opponent will be in the round of 16 of the 2026 World Cup, while Norway will face Ivory Coast at 0-100 on July 1st. In the final group stage match of the 2026 World Cup between Senegal and Iraq, the superior skill and class of the African team led to a resounding victory. Senegal took an early lead. In the 4th minute, from a high ball in the penalty area, Seck rose high to head the ball dangerously, deflecting off his teammate Diarra and going straight into the net. 1-0 for Senegal. The early goal forced Iraq to push forward in search of an equalizer, but before they could regain control of the game, they suffered another major blow. In the 13th minute, during a quick counterattack, Sadio Mané sprinted towards the goal but was clearly stopped by defender Sulaka's shirt. The referee didn't hesitate to show a direct red card, leaving Iraq to play with only 10 men. After being reduced to 10 men, the West Asian representatives were forced to play defensively for the remainder of the match. The first half ended with Senegal leading 1-0. In the second half, the game was completely dominated by Senegal. The African team quickly increased their lead when Ismaila Sarr capitalized on a defensive error in the 56th minute, finishing from close range to make it 2-0. Just a few minutes later, Senegal exploded with 2 consecutive goals from Pape Gueye in the 59th and 71st minutes. Not stopping there, in the 82nd minute, Iliman Ndiaye confidently dribbled down the right wing before unleashing a superb long-range shot from about 30 meters, the ball flying straight into the net, leaving goalkeeper Hassan helpless. Sealing a 5-0 victory, Senegal finished the group stage with a spectacular performance, while Iraq exited the tournament after a heavy defeat against a superior opponent in Group 1 notably. Senegal has not yet officially secured a place in the knockout round. They could advance as one of the best third-placed teams.
And he puts them one up. I thought he did really well to hold his nerve.
Cape Verde continued to make its mark at the 2026 World Cup by drawing 0-0 with Saudi Arabia in the final match of Group H.
Did what he was asked.
officially securing their place in the knockout round in their first appearance at the biggest football tournament on the planet. Their opponent will be Argentina. Entering the match at the NRG Stadium, Houston, both teams understood that their chances of advancing depended heavily on the result of this encounter. Saudi Arabia needed all 3 points to keep their hopes of progressing alive, while Cape Verde only needed a favorable result and awaited the outcome of the other match being played simultaneously. The game was tight from the start, with both teams playing cautiously. Cape Verde controlled possession more but struggled against Saudi Arabia's tight defense. The Asian representatives also failed to create many dangerous opportunities due to the disciplined play of their opponents. In the second half, Cape Verde was the more proactive team, constantly creating pressure. The African team had many opportunities to threaten Mohamed Al-Owai's goal, but their strikers lacked a bit of accuracy in the final shots. Conversely, Saudi Arabia only really accelerated in the final minutes when they had nothing left to lose. In another match, Uruguay vs Spain in the group stage of the 2026 World Cup. An impressive moment from Alex Baena helped the European representative secure a 1-0 victory. Entering the clash with Uruguay, Spain needed a win to consolidate their top spot in the group, while Uruguay naturally also wanted 3 points to decide their own fate. However, for most of the first half, the Spanish stars faced immense difficulties against the aggressive play of their opponents. As usual, Lamine Yamal was one of the few bright spots. Every time the 18-year-old striker had the ball, at least 3 to 4 Uruguayan players marked him, making it difficult for him to coordinate with his teammates. Furthermore, Uruguay's rapid counterattacks repeatedly caused confusion in the Spanish defense, notably goalkeeper Unai Simon's 2 missed saves. Fortunately for him, no Uruguayan player was able to capitalize on these opportunities. In this deadlock, Spain unexpectedly received a goal from their opponents. In the 42nd minute, Baena took a shot inside the penalty area. The ball wasn't particularly powerful, but goalkeeper Muslera made a poor save, giving Spain the lead. In the second half, the Uruguayan coaching staff made several personnel and tactical adjustments, including replacing the goalkeeper and refreshing the attack. However, the South American team remained completely ineffective in approaching the Spanish goal. Striker Darwin Núñez was a major disappointment, failing to meet expectations. Conversely, Spain played proactively, confidently controlling possession and dominating the midfield. If Ferran Torres hadn't hit the crossbar in the 86th minute, Spain would have won by more than 1 goal against Uruguay. Towards the end of the match, Uruguay impatiently pushed forward in attack. However, not only did they fail to find an equalizer, but they also had to play with 10 men after Cannavio received a red card in the 90+5 minute. Ultimately, Spain won 1-0, securing their place in the World Cup round of 16 as Group H winners, 7 points from 3 matches. Meanwhile, Uruguay, 2 points, finished third and were eliminated. Surprisingly, second place and qualification went to Cape Verde. In the final Group G match of the 2026 World Cup between New Zealand and Belgium, Belgium thrashed their opponents 5-1, with Leandro Trossard shining with a brace. This result secured the Red Devils' place in the knockout round as group winners. With their superior squad quality and class, Belgium quickly launched a furious attack into New Zealand's half. After a series of missed opportunities, including Trossard's shot hitting the post in the 11th minute, the European side finally scored the opening goal. In the 28th minute, from a corner kick by De Bruyne, the ball bounced into the penalty area and Trossard was in the right place to finish from close range, finding the back of the net. With more precision, Belgium could have extended their lead before half-time. However, at the start of the second half, Belgium took a 2-0 lead, with Trossard scoring again. In the 67th minute, after numerous unsuccessful attempts, De Bruyne was finally rewarded when his powerful long-range shot found the back of the New Zealand net. New Zealand's efforts only resulted in a consolation goal in the 84th minute, before Lukaku and Saelemaekers scored to seal a resounding 5-1 victory for Belgium. This result secured De Bruyne and his teammates a place in the round of 16 as winners of Group G after 3 matches. Belgium has 5 points, level with Egypt but ahead on goal difference. In the knockout round of the 2026 World Cup, Belgium will face the third-placed team from Group A, I, or J. Meanwhile, Egypt will face Australia. On the other hand, Egypt and Iran delivered a tense match as expected, drawing 1-1 in the final Group G match of the 2026 World Cup. This result secured Egypt's place in the round of 16 as runners-up, where they will face Australia. Meanwhile, Iran's fate remains uncertain. Entering the match, Egypt understood that a favorable result would give them control over their qualification. Coach Hassam Hassan's team started with great determination and were soon rewarded. In the 5th minute, from a well-organized attack, Sabre scored with a precise shot to open the scoring 1-0, giving the Pharaohs the advantage. However, Iran quickly showed the resilience of a team that had been undefeated since the start of the tournament. Just 9 minutes later, in the 14th minute, Ramin Rezaeian capitalized on an opportunity in the penalty area to beat goalkeeper Mohamed El Shanawi, bringing the game back to a 1-1 draw. After a quick back-and-forth scoring chase in the first 14 minutes, the game became more balanced. Both teams played tightly, fiercely contesting in the midfield, and didn't create many truly clear chances for the remainder of the first half. In the second half, Iran became the more proactive team, needing a win to keep their hopes of qualifying alive. The Asian representatives continuously increased pressure on Egypt's goal and created several dangerous situations. In the 89th minute, Iran nearly took the lead when a shot from coach Amir Galinoe's players hit the crossbar, much to the disappointment of the fans. The drama intensified in injury time when Khalilzada put the ball into the net in the 90+3 minute. However, after consulting VAR, the referee determined the Iranian player was offside and disallowed the goal. Having narrowly avoided defeat, Egypt held on to a 1-1 draw until the final whistle. With this result, Egypt finished the group stage with 5 points after a win against New Zealand and 2 draws against Belgium and Iran. The African team was level on points with group leader Belgium but ranked lower due to goal difference, thus securing their place in the round of 16 as group runners-up. Their opponent in the round of 16 will be Australia. Meanwhile, Iran also finished the group stage undefeated, with 3 draws against New Zealand, Belgium, and Egypt. Having only earned 3 points, Iran's fate is not yet in their own hands. The Asian representative must wait for the results in the remaining groups to see if they can qualify for the knockout round as one of the best third-placed teams. England concluded their 2026 World Cup group stage campaign with a 2-0 victory over Panama in their final Group L match. After a goalless first half against their opponent's disciplined defense, the Three Lions exploded in the second half thanks to goals from Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane, securing first place in the group and advancing to the round of 16. Despite Panama having already lost both of their previous matches against Ghana and Croatia, Thomas Christensen's team still played with great determination. With their numerous defenders and physically demanding style of play, Panama made it very difficult for England to launch attacks. In the very first minute, Tomas Rodriguez had a dangerous scoring opportunity following a defensive error by England, but goalkeeper Jordan Pickford remained focused and made the save. On the other side, Marcus Rashford, Bukayo Saka, and Morgan Rogers constantly harassed the flanks but were unable to penetrate Panama's tightly organized defense. The first half ended goalless, with England dominating possession but lacking sharpness in their finishing. After the break, the Three Lions' pressure finally paid off. In the 62nd minute, from a corner kick, Jude Bellingham positioned himself intelligently before finishing from close range to give England a 1-0 lead. The goal relieved the pressure and allowed them to play more freely. Just 5 minutes later, Bellingham continued his impressive form with a perfect assist for Harry Kane to head the ball into the net, doubling England's lead to 2-0. This goal not only brought England closer to victory but also made Kane the highest goalscorer for England in World Cup history with 11 goals, surpassing the previous record. For the remainder of the match, Panama pushed forward in an attempt to find a consolation goal. José Luis Rodriguez and Ismail Diaz both had notable chances, but Jordan Pickford and the England defense played solidly to keep a clean sheet. The 2-0 victory helped England finish top of Group L and confidently advance to the knockout round. Meanwhile, Panama left the tournament with 3 consecutive losses and no goals scored, but still left a strong impression thanks to their courageous fighting spirit against higher-ranked opponents. On the other hand, Croatia concluded their World Cup 2026 group stage campaign with a 2-1 victory over Ghana in the final match of Group L. This result secured the 2018 World Cup runners-up's place in the round of 16, while Ghana also progressed as one of the best third-placed teams. Both teams entered the match with great determination in an exciting contest. Croatia created more dangerous opportunities in the first half. In the 17th minute, Nikola Vlasic disappointed the Croatian fans when his powerful long-range shot hit the post and bounced out. After numerous attempts to press forward, coach Zlatko Dalic's team finally found the opening goal in the 31st minute thanks to a moment of brilliance. From over 25 meters, Petr Suchik unleashed a thunderous long-range shot that nestled into the bottom corner of the net, giving goalkeeper Asari no chance to save it. This spectacular goal gave Croatia a 1-0 lead going into half-time. In the second half, Ghana were forced to push forward in search of an equalizer. The African side continuously increased the pressure and were finally rewarded in the 73rd minute. From a free kick on the right wing, the ball was lofted into the penalty area for Lukasen to run in and finish from close range, beating Dominik Livakovic and bringing the game back to a tie. However, Ghana's joy lasted less than 10 minutes. In the 82nd minute, captain Luka Modric once again demonstrated his class with a precise cross from the right wing. Nikola Vlasic made a clever run, leaping high to head the ball into the net, restoring Croatia's lead. The final minutes were tense as Ghana threw everything forward in an attempt to find an equalizer. The African side created several notable chances but couldn't break through Croatia's tight defense. Ultimately, Croatia won 2-1 to finish the group stage with 6 points, securing their place in the knockout round. Meanwhile, Ghana also advanced as one of the best third-placed teams. In the highly anticipated match between Colombia and Portugal in the final round of Group K at the 2026 World Cup, Portugal were fortunate to secure a 0-0 draw on a day when Cristiano Ronaldo was underwhelming. However, this result leaves the Selecao in the group of death in the knockout stage. Given the importance of the match, both Colombia and Portugal fielded their strongest attacking force, with stars like Luis Diaz, James Rodriguez, Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, and Vitinha all participating. From the opening whistle, the game unfolded with high speed and excitement. In the second minute, Colombia issued a warning to Portugal when striker John Cordoba headed the ball just over the crossbar. In the subsequent period, Colombia proved more incisive in their attacks, forcing goalkeeper Diogo Costa to make crucial saves for Portugal. As for Ronaldo, he actively moved to escape the marking of the opposing defenders, but opportunities were few and far between. CR7's only highlight in the first half was a not-so-dangerous free kick in the 24th minute. Towards the end of the first half, the match became more exciting with a series of back-and-forth attacks from both teams. In the 39th minute, goalkeeper Vargas made an excellent save for Colombia after Fernandes' powerful shot inside the penalty area. In injury time, captain James tested Costa of Portugal with a dangerous shot. In the second half, Colombia attacked relentlessly, constantly threatening the Portuguese goal. Without the brilliance of goalkeeper Costa, the European team would likely have conceded a goal. Colombia even managed to find the net once in the 90+1 minute after a powerful header from centre-back Davinson Sanchez. However, VAR disallowed the goal due to Sanchez being offside by a very narrow margin. Ultimately, Colombia drew 0-0 with Portugal to advance to the round of 32 as Group K winners with 7 points, while Portugal finished second with 5 points. This result places Ronaldo and his teammates in the group of death in the knockout stage of the 2026 World Cup. Portugal will face Croatia in the round of 16, but Spain could then await them in the round of 8. Further on, the Selecao could face the Netherlands, Germany, or France if they progress further. Meanwhile, Colombia will meet Ghana in the round of 32. In another match, the Democratic Republic of Congo made history by defeating Uzbekistan 3-1 in the final Group K match of the 2026 World Cup, thus qualifying for the knockout stage for the first time. This victory also indirectly ended South Korea's hopes of advancing, as they no longer had a chance to qualify among the 8 best third-placed teams, entering the match under pressure to win to keep their hopes of progressing alive. The Democratic Republic of Congo started with great determination. However, they were unexpectedly dealt a blow when Uzbekistan opened the scoring in the 10th minute through Shomurodov after a sharp counterattack, putting the African team in a very difficult position. Nevertheless, the resilience and fighting spirit of the Democratic Republic of Congo were strongly demonstrated after the break. The team from the African continent increased the pressure continuously, pushing Uzbekistan deep into their own half. These efforts were rewarded with Wissa's equalizer in the 68th minute from the penalty spot, opening the door for an emotional comeback. After leveling the score, the Democratic Republic of Congo played with even more enthusiasm. Their attack consistently created fast-paced combinations, exploiting the gaps behind the Uzbekistan defense. The next two goals came in the second half, securing a convincing 3-1 victory for the African side. While the Democratic Republic of Congo exploded, Uzbekistan completely lost control of the game after the first goal. Their defense repeatedly made mistakes under intense pressure from the opponent, while their attack failed to create enough opportunities to find an equalizer. Losing their lead proved costly for the Central Asian team, resulting in defeat and elimination from the tournament. The valuable 3 points helped the Democratic Republic of Congo finish the group stage with 4 points, 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss, securing third place in Group K and officially qualifying for the round of 16 as one of the best third-placed teams. This also marks the first time in their history they have advanced beyond the group stage at a World Cup, a memorable milestone for their football. In the final group stage match of the 2026 World Cup between Algeria and Austria, both teams delivered a goal fest, securing their places in the round of 32. Determined to win all 3 points, both Algeria and Austria took a proactive approach from the opening whistle. Austria took the lead in the 29th minute through Arnautovic. Following a long pass from Alaba, Arnautovic raced down the wing and finished with a delicate shot past goalkeeper Benbot. Having conceded, Algeria pushed forward in attack. Fares Chabi nearly scored in the 40th minute when his powerful shot hit the post, much to the disappointment of the fans. And before the first half ended, the relentless attacking efforts of coach Vladimir Petkovic's team were finally rewarded with a spectacular individual goal in the 45th minute. Rafik Belgali executed a magnificent solo run down the right flank before finishing decisively to equalize the score at 1-1 for Algeria. In the second half, the pace of the game continued to increase as Austria regained the lead in the 55th minute. From a laser-sharp cross by Konrad Laimer, Marcel Sabitzer scored a superb one-touch finish that left the opposing goalkeeper helpless. But just 5 minutes later, Riyad Mahrez proved his class as a star by simply tapping the ball into the net from close range, leveling the score at 2-2 for the African side. In the remainder of the second half, drama unfolded in injury time. In the 90+4 minute, Mahrez scored his second goal with a diagonal shot into the Austrian net. The 3-2 scoreline meant Algeria secured second place in the group, dropping Austria to third, and the European representative would be eliminated instead of Iran due to an inferior goal difference. While Austrian fans were feeling disheartened, in the 90+6th minute, Kalajic headed in the equalizer, making it 3-3 for coach Rangnick's team. With this result, Austria rose to second place in the standings, while Algeria dropped to third. They will advance alongside Argentina in Group J, while Iran is eliminated. In another match, Argentina concluded their World Cup 2026 group stage campaign with a 3-1 victory over Jordan, securing a perfect 9 points from 3 matches and confidently advancing to the round of 16 as Group J winners. Despite Jordan's determined play and previous struggles against the defending champions, the class of Lionel Messi and his teammates made the difference. Having already secured qualification, Argentina made 9 changes to their starting lineup compared to their previous win against Austria. Only goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez and striker Lautaro Martinez remained in the starting 11. Meanwhile, Jordan also adjusted their personnel after being officially eliminated and entered the match aiming to spring a surprise. Immediately after the opening whistle, Argentina quickly took control of the game with their familiar passing game. The South American team continuously applied pressure, and their efforts paid off in the 19th minute. From a direct free kick, Giovanni Lo Celso executed a skillful shot that nestled into the top corner, giving Argentina a 1-0 lead. In the 31st minute, the lead was doubled. Lautaro Martinez calmly beat the Jordan goalkeeper from the penalty spot after the opposing defense committed a foul in the penalty area, giving Argentina a 2-goal advantage going into halftime. With nothing left to lose, Jordan surged forward strongly after the break. Just 10 minutes into the second half, Moussa Al-Tamari, who came on as a substitute, capitalized on a well-placed cross to score from close range, reducing the deficit to 1-2 and rekindling hope for the West Asian representatives. Faced with their opponent's resurgence, coach Scaloni decided to bring Lionel Messi on in the 60th minute. Just 20 minutes later, the 39-year-old superstar made his mark. From a free kick outside the penalty area, Messi unleashed a powerful left-footed shot to seal a 3-1 victory for Argentina, extending his impressive scoring streak in this year's tournament. In the final minutes, Argentina deliberately slowed the pace but maintained complete control of the game to preserve the scoreline. With this victory, the defending champions finished the group stage with a perfect record, scoring 8 goals and conceding only 1, thus confirming their position as one of the strongest contenders for the 2026 World Cup title. Meanwhile, Jordan exited the tournament after 3 consecutive losses but still left a strong impression in their first appearance at the World Cup.
Hello everyone, it's nice to meet you again with the Disney Artist channel. In today's video it will be the character Professor Hootsburgh from Doc McStuffins. Professor Hootsburgh is a very smart stuffed owl from the Disney Junior animated show, Doc McStuffins. She speaks with a British accent. She used to belong to Tisha, Doc and Donnie's big cousin. But Tisha gave her to Doc in the episode through the reading glasses. Doc introduces her to the other toys and Professor Hootsburgh decides to read them Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Stuffy gets out the book and accidentally lands on her, but she can't make out the words, so Doc takes her to the clinic for a checkup. Stuffy miserably thinks he must have hurt Professor Hootsburgh, but Doc forgives him. She calls her diagnosis glasses gonitis and realizes that Stuffy didn't hurt her after all, or she forgot how to read, she just forgot her glasses. Professor Hootsburgh had left her glasses at Tisha's house, so Doc and her friends find her a new pair of glasses. The perfect pair of glasses works when Professor takes one more test for the eye chart. At the end of the episode, Professor Hootsburgh reads everyone Goldilocks and the Three Bears, though Stuffy keeps interrupting frequently. First is to draw from the head to body of the pink owls, then draw light pink the belly part for Professor Hootsburgh. Next is to draw the belly part, then trace the black dots for Professor Hootsburgh. Next is to draw the eyes, then draw the beak, make the face, draw 2 wings of owl and 2 legs for Professor Hootsburgh. Finally draw 2 ears of owl, then wear the professor hat for Professor Hootsburgh. So the character Professor Hootsburgh from Doc McStuffins has been completed. Now, if you like this video tutorial, please remember hit the like and subscribe button to receive the new notify. At the same time, please download the app and go to the website DisneyStore to shopping online, as well as Disney Plus to watch some movies and TV shows for free, used by many peoples of the world. Okay, we'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you and goodbye everyone.